Get ready for the top 12 most embarrassing moments in golf history. Let's get started. Golf, a beautiful game of precision, patience, and crushing mental fortitude. But what happens when that fortitude snaps? When the wheels don't just come off, they get launched into a lake along with your career dreams. We've scoured the archives for the moments that make every golfer wince. The disasters that became legends. These aren't just bad shots. These are full-blown, top-tier, career-defining nightmares. Here's the top 12 most embarrassing moments in golf. Number 12, the villain's veto. Patrick Reed. What would a story be without Patrick Reed? Before he was Captain America, he was the shusher. In his Ryder Cup debut, after a clutch putt against Henrik Stenson, Reed full of dislike. Let's talk about number 11 and Billy Horschel's water landing. It was the Masters in 2021. Billy Horschel hits his approach into Rays Creek on the 13th hole. As he's deciding whether to play it from the water, he slips on the bank and slides straight into the drink. He recovered brilliantly, but the image of a pro going for an accidental swim at Augusta is just pure gold. And it will live in infamy for the rest of his life. It will also be on every top 10 fails at the Masters. Let's talk about number 10 and the chunk heard around the world. We're at the 2010 Ryder Cup, and the entire match came down to Hunter Mahan versus Graham McDowell. Mahan needing a clean chip on the 17th, meaning he needed to get it close or even sink it. The whole team is watching. Captain Corey Pavin is doing his best to hold on. Tied at 13.5, the US and Europe. It all comes down to this. Mahan looks at the chip, he swings, and it's arguably the worst shot of his life. A massive, fat chunk that barely made the green. McDowell won 3-1, and Europe regained the cup. Let's talk about number 9 and Nelly Korda's par 3 horror. Even the best in the world can break. And at the 2024 US Women's Open, the world number 1 put her tee shot in the bunker and then proceeded to chip 3 more balls into the front side creek. Her resulting 10 on a par 3 was a rare, viral-ready implosion. At number 8, the bending rules debate. Bernhard Langer. This one is less about a single shot and more about an ongoing saga. Despite the ban on anchored putting, Langer's current technique with the long putter is constantly scrutinized. His win with his son at the PNC Championship with this style of putting, along with other miscues and images of him propping up a shot in the sand, keeps the entire golf world arguing over the line between genius and bending the rules. Tiger Woods and his son Charlie came in second in that PNC Championship and probably should have won the tournament. The victory swim, Richard Finch, number 7. The 2000 awkward swing, his back foot slips, and he plunges completely into the River Meg. He was soaking wet and stunned, but he managed to laugh his way to the green and still win the tournament. The ovation at the ceremony was simply amazing. At number 6, Tiger Woods' terrible 10 at the 2020 Masters. We are on the 12th hole, the par 3, the famous Golden Bell, and Woods, the defending champion, hits his tee shot, watching, and sploosh, right in the water. From the drop area, he hit the green and it spun back into the creek again, and then again after a drop, and then another out of the bunker. 3 trips into Rays Creek for a score of 10. Even the GOAT is mortal. Number 5, we talk about the security guard slide at the 2019 Masters, and we're talking about Tiger Woods again, and he was on his way to winning his 5th green jacket on Sunday, and he was way off the fairway, and security had to manage the crowd around him. He had just hit his approach on the 14th when an over-eager security guard sprinting to contain the crowd slipped and slid right into Tiger's ankle. It was a bizarre, jarring collision that left both men stunned. Thankfully, Tiger was fine, and he birdied the hole anyway. He beat Xander Schauffele by 1 shot to win another green jacket. Number 4 could only be the Sharks' Bloody Sunday. Greg Norman. The 1996 Masters. Norman entered the round with a 6-shot lead, one of the largest 54-hole leads ever in the Masters. Paired with Nick Faldo, Norman was almost a shoo-in to win his first green jacket, hole by hole, and one disaster hole after another. And after a missed eagle chip on 15, where he was now 2 shots down from Faldo, he came to the famous par 3 16th. The crowd was on their feet, stepped up, and hit his shot almost immediately. His head went down as his ball landed in the water. This was the nail in the coffin. Nick Faldo won by 5, and this was one of the most painful, systematic collapses in sports history. Number 3, the 6-putt mental meltdown. Danny Lee has definitely had a few holes that he's blown up on, and this one at the 2020 US Open at Winged Foot on the 18th green, no less. He had a short par putt he missed, and then he missed the next one. The commentators were in awe and couldn't believe their eyes. The frustration boiled over, leading him to repeatedly stab at the ball and rack up a stunning 6 putts. He finished the hole with a 9 and promptly withdrew from the tournament. A pure mental explosion. Let's get to number 2 and Kevin Na's infamous, and even asking his caddy, how are we going to count all these shots? The commentary is hilarious. The visual of him wandering the forest is iconic, and the final score of number 1, Sergio's disastrous 13 at the 2018 Masters. The defending champion, Sergio García, needed to reach the par 5 15th and 2. He hit his approach into the water. He took a drop. He hit another one into the water. He did this 5 times in a row, losing 5 golf balls on a single hole. The single gut-wrenching 13 is the ultimate symbol of golf's cruelty. Well, that was a rough 12 holes for some of the best golfers in the world. It's a crucial reminder on the biggest stage. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these moments made you cringe the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content breaking down the drama, the skill, and the occasional disaster in the world of golf, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next breakdown. So there you have it, 12 legendary fails that prove one simple truth. You can have all the talent in the world, but eventually the golf course will find a way to take its revenge. From a literal slip in the creek to a 6-putt from 4 feet, these moments define the emotional roller coaster that is professional golf. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit that follow button for more great stories about the crazy game of golf. And hey, don't forget,